congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no hiding this. See, we came up from the bottom, me and squad got it.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On first down, Carr. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Carr again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's...
And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson. Open man is Uzama. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This defense for the Jets, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now Carr. He gets this to Devontae Adams. On the move past the 40. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And that's caught inside the 30. That all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes it. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and a round is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day.
And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now Wilson on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. This one left side caught by Berrios. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets open the lead up to 34-0. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 2nd and inches, Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And here comes Berrios. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, they told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead is Hall. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Jets extend their lead yet again.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Paul ought to give up the middle.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Wilson going to give to Carter.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
Carr now on 1st down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now on 2nd and 16. Carr. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. The final shot here before half for Carr. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.